Hey guys, Ryu here with another video for Blender. In this one we're gonna be talking about advanced Boolean workflow with HardOPS and Boxcutter. I'm gonna be using machine tools and mesh machine. Also, I'm suffering from really bad pollen allergies, so my voice is fucked even more than usual. So welcome to the dark side, bitches. Alright, so now let's grab this, and it's not for beginners, okay? So I'm not gonna be going super slow explaining everything. This is about shape study, so I honestly can't even talk too much today. So you know, follow if you want to, watch if you want to, click off and watch some porn if you want to. I don't care. I'm just having fun with shapes. Just before we start, guys, I wanted to let you know that on our website, blenderbros.com, we have a whole section with free educational content, starting with PDF guides, you know, video tutorials, whole courses. And I encourage you to check our latest creation. It's about exporting meshes from Blender. So if you're into game asset studies and you're interested in that kind of stuff, and you have problems or questions about exporting your game assets out of Blender or anything out of Blender, check out this PDF file. It's free, link in the video description. Bevel. Alright, let's just drop some weighted normals now. Advanced Boolean workflow is usually, you know, it's all about cutting the cutters and creating some interesting shape with cutters. And that's what it's all about. And so let's just slice it here like this and go down and drop a bevel on it. 8 segments will do. It's cool. Let's mirror it to the other side. Let's try to two-shape this. There we go. And let's grab this face here. So curve extract, delete that. Let's just straighten up, clean it up. We don't really need any of this junk. We need to insert it and clean that, and then we need to extrude it. What the hell is this? Let's clean mesh. That's better. And cut it, right? Now probably gonna go higher than that, because why not? This is a bit too thick, so you know, scale it in. I think that's better. Cool. Maybe a bit too tall, so I'm gonna slice it from the top a bit. Yeah, it's better. Cool. We can apply this and you know, bevel this, copy to the other side with machine tool, mesh machine. And now we can have some fun with cuts here. So see, when I cut it like that, these bevels here, they're gonna be really kind of narrow, right? So what we want to do is we want to recover this, go here to edge, grab this edge, right? And you want to go with Alt Mark. You can actually adjust this here to something a bit more rounded. It's gonna look a bit better. Okay, cool. Let's just slice it here with a knife. And since we sliced that, actually we can apply this. So sharpen. Okay, I'm gonna mark this, go with the macro. Actually it's mirrored, so yeah, macro that. Cool. We can curve these. Now let's see the inside, because it's a bit boring. We can just have some fun here. could grab these, and instead of going like that, we could actually move it up. So let's remove this line here in the middle. Let's grab these, move them up with machine tools, mirror to the other side, and remove the middle. So we raise it up, and then we're going to clean mesh, and now bevel this a little bit. Or now, if you wanted to chamfer this, it's going to be really difficult, right? So what we want to do, we want to create connections here first, right? So K, A, run it down, right? Which will do something funny. So let me see that. Let me just turn up the bevel for a second. That's better. Let's copy to the other side, and then you can actually bevel this like this, right? I think 8 will do, right? And then what you can do is grab all these, face them up, copy to the other side, copy to the other side, and then we can get rid of these edges. So now when I'm going to turn the bevel back on, it's going to be behaving like a civil entity. Let's remove this because bevel will not be, it's just not possible to run a bevel over like that. And that's the best we can do with poly modeling. That's pretty cool. What's this in the middle here? Clean it. That didn't work. Let's remove that. There we go. Let's clean mesh. Cool. Now see, these connections here not too great, so we could just run connections, you know, like that. And probably gonna be better. And just mirror to the other side. So we can remove these. And then we can run chamfers here. So Y. So now let's go with our select. There we go. And chamfer this. Chamfers are really important for you know, sort of adding visual interest to your mesh. They really change dynamics of, you know, of everything. So run chamfers if you can. Here I'm gonna run bevels because reasons. 6 is enough, I think. Okay, now we're gonna have some additional fun here. We can add some cuts here in the middle. There's an angle somewhere here. Let's just remove that first because I want to run loops in the middle here. Still doesn't go. There's one here. Can I run a loop now? There you go. Loop here and loop here in the middle. Grab them both. Scale them, then Q, EM macro, and insert them like that. And mirror them across. It's gonna add a bit more visual flair here. Now it's gonna be a sort of like a sci-fi bridge, right? Now see, the bevel is way too thick. It kind of looks like, you know, a bridge from World of Warcraft that went sci-fi. So we need to scale this bevel down, okay, to make it really thin. It's gonna look far more sci-fi, okay. Right. I think. Cool. And now we need some stuff in the middle, for sure. Also, we need, you know, chamfers here. So I'll select. And I would also run chamfers here. So let's just remark this. Come on. And Add some chamfers here in the middle as well. Yeah, nice. Still too thick, this bevel, so we can make it a bit, you know, really thin, right? Now we can create some connectors here. So let's run it across. Let's shift it to join. There we go. Let's expand it a bit and collapse it from the bottom. It's a bit too tall, so drop it down. There we go. Now we can mold it a bit. There's some kind of a problem here with this line, so let's fix this with machine tools, and let's not forget to mirror this to the other side. Let's grab this cutter and we could chamfer this here. In fact, we could grab these two and bevel them. Yeah, that's good. And grab this chamfer and do something like this. Oh yeah, I like it. Awesome. Awesome, chawsome. Cool beans. Yeah, we can, you know, sharpen that. And let's clean mesh because it's Friday. Now here, it's gonna be a tricky bit. Let's run a chamfer here. And see, we can't do that. So what we need to do again, we need to give it sort of like a path to go across. So A, run a knife here, and then when you're gonna grab this edge, you can actually chamfer it properly. See what I mean? So chamfer it like that. And not too much, maybe just a little bit. And we need to collapse this one, yeah. Right? You can mark this if you want to. That's nice. I call them impossible chamfers. Now here, this one we can remove. It's gonna remove this bit, and we're good to go. If you still have shading problems, what you could do is play a bit with the weighted normals. You could flex it, keep influence, face influence, and the bevel. You could change shading here to affect it. Should really flex all the faces. Alright, there's some beef here. Let's see what's happening. Mark sharp is missing. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Can actually combine this together. So we will need to run a bevel here. To do that, we need to combine these two with a J. So then I can run a chamfer on this one, see? It's called cheating death. Nice. And then we need to clean it up, yeah? So, you know, F, right? And then it's not really super straight. So what we need to do now is, oh, Chihuahua, hang on. We need to move this one here first. There we go. And then run the bevel here. We can meet them here in this point. That's cool. Combine these two. There you go. We don't need that anymore. Let's recalculate sharps. And now we can run the bevel here. I mean chamfer, sorry. So loop select, and this should work now. Yeah. Lovely jubbly. Nice. And you see that this is the stuff that people are gonna think like, how the fuck did you do that? And you're gonna tell them, well, you know, it's just experience, man. Keep trying, dude. You gotta keep trying. Same here, actually. Oh, that's not gonna work. It's cool. Let's just run a knife here. Clean that vert over there with machine tools. And we don't need this really. I mean, we kind of do. I grab them both. And if you get this kind of a problem here, just, you know, dissolve one of them. You know what I mean? It's you know, there's nothing you can do about it. There's a limitation of that. There is a limitation of poly modeling, so you know, you can cheat stuff to a degree, but that's about it. Cool. Now that looks really dope. Yeah. Nice. So we can, you know, copy to the other side. Awesome. Now let's create some front. This one. What's going on here? That's interesting. What we can do here is run a knife like this to isolate it, right? And we can deal with it like here locally. It's barely visible. I can live with that. Could create some additional elements. Run here, down, and like this. B to bevel. Not too much, just a little bit. K and slice. Let's just grab that. Okay. And we're going to curve extract it. Press 4. Let's try to sharpen that and see what we get. Yeah, it's a little bit crooked, a little bit, but we can fix that by simply, you know, slicing it off here and slicing it off here. There we go. And I can copy to the other side. That's cool. Let's grab some circles, and we're gonna do this object mode and not in orthographic, so we can repeat that. Or in fact, we could just run an array. Run a cut here. Let's just array that. And rotate it. There we go. Sharpen. And then we're gonna run. We need to fix these connections here. Okay, select each of these. Sharp edges. Y and select and chamfer. Yeah. Boom. Let's cut it with a cube. But turn off the wedge. Shift click that. Now we set the rotation. And let's go to local. Scale it on X and chamfer this. RX and GX. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I like that. And this could be, you know, this could be beveled. Yeah, definitely bevels here. And I'm gonna make my life easier here. I'm just gonna connect these two. Wow. And this should also be chamfered, by the way. Let's just turn off loop slide. There we go. I'll select this. I should do. These are a little bit low, you know. Might bring them a little bit higher. So GZ. Whoa. Oh yes, I forgot I need to move them with the chamfer. So we could actually. Oh, wait. Control plus this. There we go. And then GZ, right? Yeah. Okay. Have a look. Yeah, that's much better. Could be some divisions here, you know, like just visual divisions for this bridge, you know. Gentle ones X and just slash it. Something like that. So there's a visual part here. We could select that and, you know, just chamfer a little bit. There we go. And then we could just create some notches. Now when you create details, you know, if you create like really tiny details, it's gonna actually change the whole scale of your model and make it look bigger, which is kind of interesting. So if you create really tiny cuts, like for example circular cuts like this, right, I just cut it through, okay, and here too, hold control, just turn on these dots. Oh, did I fuck up? There we go. It's gonna repeat the cut, yeah. It's gonna be too much, I think. No, actually it's cool. That's cool, yeah. So now, you know, let's sharpen that, and we need to... These cuts a little bit dense, but sorry. Let's just chamfer them. These chamfers, they massive in terms of highlights catching. Let's just save it because I don't want to do it again. Right. Here we could just put some kind of like a mirror to the other side. So shift curve extract. Does it work? There we go. Shift curve extract, and let's just grill that. So V and something like this, sharpen, boom. And of course we can mirror to the other side. Awesome. Now, here we could have some wedges. They could be small, you know, like this, right? So, you know, just kind of like wedge, because you don't even have to go all the way through. Let me see that. Just be creative with it, you know what I mean? And then what we can do is run another cut here. Just leave the orthographic view. And boom. Didn't work. You cheeky muppet. They will just add a lot of flair to your design, a lot of, you know, interest. Here too you could have some tiny notches. I mean really tiny ones, right? This also could be chamfered. Could be like a maintenance hut or whatnot, you know, here. So we could cut these wedge cuts of it like this, right? We could have some cuts here in front as well. So kind of longer ones, maybe, you know, maybe something like this. So you're on the cut, right? Then you're on the bevel, then you're on the quad bevel skew. There we go. Make it a bit smaller. Perfect. Now let's fix this sheeting problem here. What the hell is going on? This is being affected by the bevel of this shape on itself. So we can drop it really high, really low. That's cool. But then we're gonna have to lift this one up here. So something like this, which is cool. And then, you know, solidify that and run some notches on this. So L, P selection, and you know, let's go. Come on, just this one. There we go. This could have some grill in it. Really thin one too. Let's shift it to life and bring it up. There we go. Cut it. And we're gonna run a security loop here, but you know, we could actually move it to the side to make it asymmetrical, kind of like this. Maybe somewhere here. It's gonna be interesting. And grab that and, you know, run a knife cut. So it's gonna fix the connections for this boolean. There you go. See, this small detail is gonna add a lot of kind of like a scale. Then we got some lamps, but this could also be done with decals. Here on the inside, we could also have some notches, you know. Shift the object. Let's align to nearest edge and switch to cut. There we go. So we could run a cut here. Press W, hold Control. Cut the wedge. Nice. And we can array this along the axis. So we got these tiny cuts. We could actually move them a little bit deeper. So go here to top view and just, you know, move them a little bit deeper. There you go. Here on the inside, in addition to this, we could run a chamfer. I'm gonna have to fix this wedge cut because it's gonna be too shallow after on the chamfer. But that's okay. Yeah, that's better. So let's grab these wedge cuts. Yeah. And just move them in like this. Oh, that's cool. We could actually scale this one SCZ or YY. Scale it in and bevel it, because why the fuck not? Yeah, lovely jubbly. Okay, and then the middle bit should also be chamfered. Okay, this should do, I think. Let's see this one here. Yeah, that's cool. Let's just connect them right there. And we peachy, right? So what we could do is run a loop here in the middle, like this. Subdivide this one and subdivide this one. Run a connection here, so it's gonna be in the middle. Right. Grab this loop and split it. Okay. Create a loop somewhere here, and move it mirror to the other side. Then grab this and yeah, macro that either inside or outside. Yeah, inside's gonna be better. Right, and then we can grab these, and GG, and slide it. Wow, that does not work because it's mirrored. GG, and slide it, and then bevel it, and then sharpen it, and resharpen all the edges. Perfect. And I can create some, you know, some lamps. We could actually do this manually. I'll just snap it in here. Face rotation. There you go. Now, if I'm gonna try to insert it, I'm gonna be in a world of pain. Let's just turn off the bevel for a sec. Because of the size of this bevel, but we can then fuck this, so. And Blender will crash again. But that's okay. Right. Here. Y and fuck. Yeah, that's much better. And just, you know, mirror this. And then we can insert it easier, right? So insert it and then extrude it. Scale it and bevel it. This one can be chamfered. Perfect. And we can copy to both sides. And then we can actually mirror this. So Shift DZ and GY. And maybe some circular ones. You have to be careful with circular shapes because they're extremely powerful. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Let's just sharpen this, and then we can, you know, we could bevel that. Just bevel it a bit. Boom. How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking good. So sharpen, sharpen. And now we could technically run the chamfer here if we run a connection, right? Alright, so now we can run the chamfer here. And then just simply dissolve this. And this one needs to be fixed. So run it down and run the bevel here. And you sort it. Here to the other side. We're good to go. And we could recess this, you know, a little bit. Down, so we could grab that with this bevel, right, and just drop it down a bit, which could be interesting. You know what I mean? Don't overdo it with details, okay? I see this all the fucking time, right? People just overdoing this shit. So don't go crazy, you know. Oh, wow, the Boxcutter is really slowing down. It's a Blender problem. Blender cannot handle, you know, a lot of heat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. Maybe this solidification is a bit too crazy, so I will scroll and go easy on the solidification. And then what you can do is apply this, right? Grab that L, L, and P selection, and we can slice it. So, right, something like this, and that's pretty cool. Now, at the end, I would like to give a shout out to Oleg Ushnok and his Kitbash Pack Volume 5. And one of the pieces over there actually inspired this bridge. So, you know, you gotta give credit when credit's due. It's a really good pack. And if you would like to study some more complicated shapes with Blender, that's a really good pack to snatch. And if you would like to learn a bit more about HardOPS and Boxcutter, we of course have our course. Ultimate Guide to HardOPS and Boxcutter. And if you would like to learn more than that and practice on some existing courses, we have a membership on our website called Blender Bros Coaching and Community, and there's a ton of really cool courses over there and assets like decal packs and trim sheets, and a really fantastic community and other perks. So check it out if you're interested. Links in the video description to Oleg's pack, membership, our website, and also the HardOPS course, and to HardOPS and Boxcutter add-ons. Thanks for watching. See you next one.